Aloha everyone, today on the Retro Hangout Vodcast, we're talking about the ModRetro M64, a console I actually got to try in person at the Portland Retro Game Expo 2025. I want to share what it was like seeing the prototype up close, how it felt to play it, and also the different colors ModRetro showed off, the boomerang controller, their planning for it, the features I noticed, and finally, whether I think you should consider getting one. So with that said, let's get started. Alright, let's talk about when I got to see the M64 up in person at the Portland Retro Game Expo. One of the things I wanted to point out, they did not let me touch it or anything like that. It's in a kind of a case. So you can see like the inside of it, but there was no outer shell. I noticed when I was kind of looking at it on the right hand side, it looks... they had the two connections, but I wasn't sure what it was going to be for the buttons. Like, one would be like the power, of course, and then there's the one on the right, and I'll talk about that later. One of the things I noted on it when I got to try it out, they had the N64 original controllers that you got to use to play Mario Kart. And it was really nice. The picture quality, I really liked it. The audio was fine. They just had it hooked up to the TV, so that's all I heard from it. But as far as like any like lag or anything, I didn't notice any lag. It seemed to work fine. One of the things I when I was looking at it though, I was really wondering, what the hell is it gonna look like, And then here, I'm really excited to talk about this because originally, when I was looking in there, I was like wondering what they're gonna come up with next, as far as handheld gaming, and that's the one that kind of like, what is this? And when I looked at it, it's like, oh, they're doing an N64 type of console. So when I looked online to the ModRetro website, I'm looking at it now. They have three colors: translucent purple, there's a translucent green, and a translucent frosty white. And these are ones, if you remember back in, I think it was the 90s, the fantastic N64 designs, and they had those type of colors. I think the purple one was it purple? They had the Astro purple or whatnot, and then the jungle green. They had those types of fun colors on them back in the day, and the jungle green one, when I looked at the shells, that's the one I gravitated towards. I'm like, this thing looks so cool, especially with the translucent shell. And when I saw that, when they finally put it up, because I was hesitant to want to place an order for the M64 until, I wanted to see what it looked like first. And I'm like, I hope it looks cool. And ModRetro did not fail in that department. It looks absolutely amazing. I already put in my name on it already for the waitlist, and I'm probably wanting to get the translucent green. I mean, the green is the one that's my favorite, even though my N64 that I have is the black one, the original one. That's the one I have. But if I was going to go pick a color, I definitely want the green. That's the one I'm more than likely going to get. Now, let's talk about the boomerang controller. I saw it on their website, and it looks like the original. So if you're familiar with using the old boomerang controller, it's going to look like that. I'm not sure if it's got the built-in rumble on it, or if you can save your games on it. I mean, I wish it would have had that over at the PRGE, so that way I can handle it and feel if it, if the controller vibrated or not. But that would be awesome if that had that ability to do on it. I have a Retro Fighter 64 controller. I'm going to be playing with that. I know a lot of you grew up with an N64. I did not. I was in the era when the NES, the original NES came out, the Super Nintendo. I'm used to those controllers, and I know handling a boomerang controller back in the day is just like not my thing. But, you know, when I got into the Navy, I got used to it because I got to play around with an N64 again with GoldenEye. And, you know, just playing it some more, I got used to it. So it's something, if you spend more time with it, you get used to a controller, right? But, you know, since I got a Nintendo Switch, I like the Switch controller. And that's why I got the Retro Fighter 64 for my N64. When I was looking at the pictures, let me kind of look online on it first. So I'm going to pick so they have the purple, which I remember now, the atomic purple, then they had like a translucent green, right, back during those days. So I'm going to pick the green because that looks sick. I really like the shell on this. And it's got the 4 ports just like an N64. And I don't know if you can see on the right hand side, there's a knob. I'm assuming that's like a menu button that you can toggle maybe the video to make it, instead of 16:9, you can do 4:3. Maybe it's that what it controls. I am not sure. And then of course your power button would be on the left hand side. And I really like it says M64 stamped on the top of it. That is actually pretty cool. It looks like there's an M64, I'm not sure, on the upper right hand above that turn switch. That is cool. I do like that. And I'm not sure, I'm trying to look into there if there's a built-in well, it's the card if you're playing games like The Legend of Zelda, Majora's Mask, and you want like the better graphics or whatnot. I'm not sure if it's like built into it or not. I hope it is, but I still have mine on my N64 if I need to transfer it over. That's no problem at all. And I'll probably, if I have to do that, I'll have to buy another one for my N64. So, is this going to be my replacement for my Nintendo 64? Probably not. I want to play sometimes in here in my movie/game room, but you know, sometimes you want to go back and play on the classic CRT TV, which I still have. I have that Toshiba TV in me and my wife's bedroom that I play like the N64, or I'll play the PlayStation 2 on, because I still love playing on CRT TVs. Besides, you know, the modern televisions, they look good for the newer systems, but I still like playing on a CRT. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you are loving playing on the CRT. What I'm seeing, so I'm going to look at the controller right here. The controller, so since I picked the translucent green, it has that translucent green, and underneath is like silver and black. That is sick. And I'm wondering how long this thing will last. For those of you that play like Mario Party, I think you can kind of wear out the analog stick on it. I'm not sure how much abuse this thing can take, but that's cool. I never played those games anyways. And I'm looking at the other ones. Like the purple looks sick. And it's got, and then the one I guess that's like a silver frost type color. The more translucent one, but that one's nice. But it just, I prefer green. I don't know, you see me, I'm wearing green. I like green. So at the bottom of the website they have the email, and I'm already on the wait list. So as soon as that's available to pre-order, I'm probably going to pre-order the green one. I'm like stoked on getting one of these to have here in my movie/game room. What are my final thoughts on this system? If you love the original N64, I'm pretty sure you're gonna like this system. If trying to think, you don't mind, since this thing's available to be put on the wait list, I suggest you do it, so that way once it's available for sale, you can definitely buy one. And like I said, they had the purple, they had the green, and the translucent one. It looks like kind of a frost color. That would be cool to pick up, you know, whatever your flavor is. And also, I know for a fact the original N64 controllers worked on it, because when it was plugged, the prototype had the originals plugged into it and they worked like a charm. For me, why am I getting this? Because I don't mind. I like playing here sometimes, and it'd be really nice to be able to play, like, I want to play Ocarina of Time, Zelda, and then Majora's Mask. I really want to spend more time on it. And I can't always play in the bedroom because my wife has a different work schedule. She works graveyard at hospital. So sometimes she needs the bedroom. I can't be playing the CRT TV, and I'll be playing here. But it would be nice if I get this M64 here in the movie/game room. I'll be able to play the N64 here. I only need like a few more games that I've always wanted for that system, and I look forward to playing that. Especially GoldenEye. I haven't beaten GoldenEye yet. I know a lot of you beaten GoldenEye, but I really want to play that more, and that would be awesome to play. Originally, I had the N64 here to play GoldenEye, but when I had it hooked up, it looked horrible on this TV. Like, this looks so funky, the graphics on it. But then when I plugged it on the CRT, of course, it looks so beautiful to play on. So I've been playing GoldenEye there. You know, not a lot because I've got other games I've been playing, but I would like to finish it. So overall, if you're a fan of the original N64, and also another thing too I want to touch is recording gaming content on it. It's HDMI, so you'll be able to record your gameplay a lot easier. That's one of the reasons I want to get it, is that way I can actually start putting videos on my channel with the Nintendo 64. That would be my main thing. It is a definite buy if you are a fan of the Nintendo 64. So before I wrap things up, I want to do a shout out to my Retro Warrior Knights members. We got Mr. Postile, Retro Man Randy Savage, Mike's Gaming Gala, and Off Grid Arcade. Thank you for becoming members and supporting my channel. I really appreciate it. And also you, viewer, thank you for watching this video on episode 3 of the vodcast. Hopefully I'm starting to get better at my presentation. I know like episode 1 was a little bit rough, but I'm actually having a blast doing this, like my thoughts. And I never thought people would actually want to hear what I have to say. So thank you so much for watching this video. So take care, and remember, gaming is your road to adventure.